Hey guys, thanks for coming back. I just saw the November Band starring Pierce Brosnan, Luke Bracey, and of course Olga Olga K. Anyway, this is With a K Review. I'm Victor, and I want to give a very special thanks to Captain Kris, because on his channel, he actually gave me a shout out without me even asking, and I think that's really awesome. So if you guys could do me a favor, go check out his channel in the description there. He does movie reviews, he does comics updates, and all this stuff. I want you guys to show him a little bit of love from me to him. Oh god, that sounded really weird. Oh, ooh. Anyway, roll the intro.
With a K Review!
It's VIC?
No, it's with a K.
Oh.
So when I started to see trailers for the November Man, I thought it was going to be really awesome. It's going to have Pierce Brosnan in it. He's going to be a spy again. He's going to have a lot of kick-ass action. I mean, look. He's walking away from an explosion. This can't be bad at all. And even the director of this movie, Roger Donaldson, he's directed a ton of other stuff in the past that's been really awesome. He's directed the movie Cadillac Man. He's directed the classic Cocktail with Tom Cruise. He even directed Pierce Brosnan in that Dante's Peak movie. He even directed one of my favorite B-movie sci-fi ones, which was, I think it's called Species, and it has like spun off like 5 other sequels to it that were really crap. But I mean, this guy has really been all around, and as such a great director of a lot of other different things, you'd expect this would be great. Even as this movie started out, there was something that was kind of bothering me. It was the way that everything was really like presented in this movie. In the first part, you have Devereaux, who's played by Pierce Brosnan. He's on this little job with his like protege Mason, and it goes wrong and they end up parting ways. Now, what I expected is that first part was going to have like a major impact on the rest of the movie and was going to cause these two guys to kind of go at each other, because that's what the trailer was telling me. But then things really started to go weird with this movie, because I originally thought that from the trailer, like I said, that you were going to have these two, assassins, CIA agents really start to go at each other. It was going to be the teacher versus the student, and everything was going to be blowing up, maybe even get some Michael Bay explosions, and you even have Olga K, okay? I thought they were going to like fight over her and that was going to be the main focus of the movie, but this is not what the main focus of the movie is. It's completely different. And that's not necessarily a bad thing. Not every spy movie has to have the same cliches in it all the time. There can be different things. But in this movie, you have like Devereaux and Mason. They're trying to find this one woman named Mia. And they have to go through this really intricate plot of trying to find out who Mia is, what she knows, how is she going to bring down this one political guy. And it's really boring. And don't get me wrong, there's not like all the parts of this movie that are boring, but it's just like it takes so long for things to start to go. It's like the middle portion of the movie, things start to like happen. There seems to be like things that are happening between Devereaux and Mason that I really think should have made their characters like go at each other really hard. Like there was one point in the movie where I thought that the one thing that Devereaux does to Mason's shoot-in girlfriend that I thought would make Mason just go completely insane. Like he was just gonna start shooting people and possibly kittens. I mean, damn. But those major events never really like have an effect on either of the characters. Like you see the events happen, but there's nothing that really happens after that. Like you would expect the character to go nuts, but everything just seems to be fine after a while. In fact, the story seems to be really more concerned about trying to find out about this Mia woman, and it keeps trying to throw in all these things about, between these two guys, Mason wants to know why Devereaux didn't like him, and you start to see a father-son complex, and then there starts to be other little side characters, and then the woman that's Olga Kurylenko's character, like, she has a major point in the movie where there's the change, and I didn't even get it. Like, I got it, sort of, but I was so busy, like, trying to find out, like, all these other different aspects, I almost missed her major aspect of the movie, and she did a good job, but there were just too many other things thrown into this movie. And honestly, by the end of the movie, I really wasn't impressed with anything. Like, I was expecting the end of this movie to have, like, some good explosions, good action. You'd finally see Devereaux and Mason go at each other like animals, just bam, bam, bam. But the ending of this movie just kind of ended up being the end of every other spy movie, full of cliches and a lot of stuff that I really didn't even care about, and it really took too long to get to the point. So as I looked at this movie, I was like, is there anything in this movie that can be a redemption in it? Is there something that I can tell you to go see this Pierce Brosnan movie? Is there some explosions? Yes. Is there a hot chick? Yes. Is there anything new in this spy movie that I can say that is worth your money? Absolutely not. But the one thing in this movie that they really needed to do is they really needed to cut out all this conspiracy stuff and really focus on the teacher versus the student like it was in the trailers. So I'm really just going to have to give this movie a 1.5K review. And it's just going to be a really normal one. And I'm going to say, don't go see this one in theaters. Don't waste your money. When this one comes out for renting, I don't think it's even worth $1, to be honest. And when it comes on streaming, I would say after you watch all the GoldenEye series, all that's, 007 stuff, then at the bottom of your 100, put this movie and enjoy it on a Saturday night with a beer and this picture of Olga. And as always, thanks guys for watching my show. I do appreciate all the viewers and subscribers that I do have. Make sure to give me a little with a K whack right here if you want to subscribe to my channel. Whack up there if you want to see any of my past reviews, and also there's some links in the description. Make sure to give me a little with a K whack out in the comments and tell me, what is your favorite spy movie, and do you think Pierce Brosnan should come back as 007 sometime in the future, or maybe replace Daniel Craig? I like Daniel Craig, but you know what, Pierce Brosnan, he had that 007 suave stuff. Yeah, that's what it is. Anyway, if you don't like what you're watching, you can always turn it off. But thanks for coming back and seeing me.